What up, everybody?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. Today, we're going to talk about the things we did. Did we stream on Sunday? No, we didn't.
No, we were
we were at McDonald's.
worm shopping.
We were worm shopping. That's what I did put on my community page, because that's what we were doing.
Worm stuff shopping.
Yes. I'll talk about it more later, though. Because it's kind of like, I'll talk about what I got, and then what I made out of it. But, yeah. So we were worm shopping on Sunday, and then we stopped at, McDonald's to get food. So we got home, I think, at exactly 4. But then I was making soil, which was a process.
Especially since the one thing was frozen.
Yeah. Big Shrimpin', DeFreeze, Sandy, welcome. So, today it's supposed to snow. It was supposed to snow at 4 o'clock. And it's 5 o'clock and it hasn't snowed.
Yay me.
It says 7 o'clock. It should snow.
Perfect.
8 to 12 inches.
Yep. That's what they're saying. Let's see how right they are on this one.
I keep saying that we're not going to get that much. We're barely going to get anything.
Because they're not very good at this whole weather predicting thing. But that's okay. It'll do what it'll do, and I'll still be in at work whenever.
Yep.
Making the roads safe so people can get their coffee. Newspaper.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So I went to the store today. I got gallon-sized bags because yesterday I spent an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe, outside collecting a bunch of oak leaves for isopods. I ended up getting about a half a tote full, and I've bagged up about half of them so far. But I forgot to bring the whole box of gallon bags downstairs, so I only could bag up 5 bags. But still, I washed all the oak leaves today. That was quite the process. But, so now I have to bag them up and put them in our freezer.
Yep. And they're going out soon.
I'm shipping them. Yep. Also, I made a Facebook page for Farrell's Fish and More. I'll probably post a link to that when there's more people in here. But I figured, we have a band, and our band does pretty good. And when we post on band, I'll share it out to other bands too. So it gets seen by a lot of people. And actually, I get a ton of orders through band. As well. So now that we're on Facebook, I've actually gotten quite a few orders from Facebook, and I've joined some groups. Keith and my mother are in this group. It's a live food cultures for aquariums group, and people will ask where they can get worms. One lady was asking about white worms the other day. I have them. And then just now, I got a couple more messages on the Facebook page about some white worms. White worms sell like crazy. I'm setting up more buckets of them. I set up a huge 56-quart tote, but I have to drill holes in it. So maybe you could help me with that. Yeah. The worms are already in it. So that makes it easy.
I'm not touching that.
You can't even see the worms. So I have, I think 4 6-quart totes of white worms. Then I had the big 56-quart tote. Just because I sell too many to have one culture.
So guess what we'll have at the Clash? Worms.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today while I was like going feeding all my cultures.
Making a shirt that says I went to the Clash and got worms.
That'd be cool. But I was thinking about like the Clash, how like we're gonna be there for what, 3 days vending, and I'm not sure. I'm sure like one of the main things we'll have is live foods because that's what we have all year round. There's no like with fish you can breed them and you have a whole batch, but then you sell them. Like with my mother, she bred up a ton of like the longfin albino plecos, and as soon as they were ready, she like sold them all, so she didn't have any. And like right now, we really don't have any fish or anything for sale.
Right.
My mother will have stir-buys and green dragons, and I'll have some yellow shrimp and maybe panda guppies. I need more males though, so I'm waiting for the females to give birth so I can keep the males. So I can't really sell them. I have a ton of them, but I can't sell them because I need more males. So I need the females. But so yeah, the only thing we really have for sale right now is live foods, isopods, and some isopod dirt I made, and some oak leaves. Like, we really don't have that much, but still, like, I have
John McKenzie, Nathan, and Daniel.
I have like
Hello.
9 to 11-ish boxes going out next week of just live foods, isopods, oak leaves, dirt, just that. John McKenzie, Nathan Hovey, Daniel Velez, welcome. But yeah, we really don't have many. We don't have a variety of fish, so hopefully we can breed up enough before our first show, and especially the Clash. But I was thinking about how we're going to be at the Clash for 3 days, and I'm just, like, even right now, even though the Clash is in, like, September, I'm thinking about what I'm going to bring, like, how much of each I'm going to bring, because I don't know. Well, you'll never know what is going to sell the best at any show, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to bring just one tote of the microworm, Waltworm, banana worm, but I'll probably have to bring multiple totes of the grindles and the white worms. And I'll probably just bring 1 or 2 cultures of vinegreals. Because the vinegreals, microworms, Waltworms, banana worms, they all, like, you set them in a cup and they're like a full culture overnight. But the grindle worms and white worms, they take a little bit longer to kind of get going. So I'll have to have like 2 or 3 really good cultures going, set aside just for the Clash. Because I don't want to like run out of white worms and grindle worms. Because like that's what I have to do here. I have a lot of live foods going out next week, and I have to I have to have the starter cultures and the mature cultures like set aside beforehand. Like downstairs, I have 2 starter cultures. One's a white worm and one's a grindle worm. And I just have them in the small little 8-ounce deli cups, I think. And they have holes poked in them and they get food, but it's just so, like, when I ship next Monday, that I don't have to scoop out, like, 8 starter cultures for my culture. I already have them set aside. And it's just easier that way. And also because I do have a lot. I want to go downstairs and show them, but...
Lumpy dog in the house.
Lumpy dog.
Alishon, tanked.
Alishon. Tanked. Welcome. And yes, I do ship Walter worms. I have a lot of them, actually. I'm a setup. Well, all this week, I've been in the fish room a lot, just messing around with the worms. And I've just been like slowly creating more cultures without like realizing it. Because I made like, I bought these little square bricks that are flat of coconut fibers. So I put one in like a bucket of water and it like expanded really quickly. So I thought that was cool. So I made another one. And then I had a lot of coconut fibers. So then I made 3 buckets of 3 6-quart totes set aside for white worms. I'm slowly gonna like take a portion out. And then I made another bucket. Actually, I made 2. I had a 16-ounce deli cup, and that was my culture of grindle worms, and I thought that was sad. So I decided to make 2 6-quart totes of them. So now I have quite a few cultures of each.
Yeah, they're definitely, I don't know. I think we'll definitely take a lot of the cultures there.
Yep. I just have to figure out, like,
Skippers.
Skipper, welcome. I have to figure out, like, what will be best. I think I just have a couple cultures set aside specifically for the clash of grindle worms and white worms, because those take a little bit longer to really get quickly producing. So I think I'll have like a separate like culture, and then I'll start splitting that culture into other cultures just for the clash. So it's like a full complete thing. You would not believe what worm cultures were selling for at Saturday's ACLC meeting. 1 small bag went for $14.
Yeah, I was in Scotty's stream. And I heard him saying all the crazy, well, you too, saying all the crazy prices that were stuff sold for.
Sold for goofy. Let me get.
But yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. It's good that it sold for that. If I went to the club, you know.
That was you. I'm gonna put this out there.
This way they make some money, so that's always good.
Who?
The club.
Oh, I was not listening to you.
How
do I pin that? Where can I order a wonderful daughter, granddaughter like Brie? See, my father takes me for granted. He doesn't understand how great I really am.
Really?
Yes, people would be like so happy to have me here.
Sketty Nona.
And you're just like, whatever. Sketty Nona? Hello? Riley, your mom? Welcome. Yeah. That's a link to our Facebook. I suppose I could put my email in chat too. If you want to email me. Oh, hold on. He's got it.
I can do this one.
You got this one.
That's all I got.
There you go. That's the one thing he'll do. He won't do anything else.
Nah.
Half the time, he won't even put me on the big screen.
That's because you cheat. Most of the time you have your phone, you can do it.
Yeah.
And then when you take my phone, I don't think about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So whatever fits in my truck, we're going to.
That's what's sad, because her car was nice when we went to the Keystone Clash, because we have like this little center console and everything.
Take her car.
And we're going to have the dog too. So like all that extra room, perfect. But there's no room in the trunk. Why don't we just attach our camper to her car? Then we can store everything back there.
Why don't we just attach the camper to the truck and you can send the camper?
Actually, yeah, do it. Your car can't even tow it.
She'll go or she'll blow. What's that?
Yeah.
Send it.
Sure. 360 miles on the Erie Canal. Is that a Rem?
No.
Oh. I thought she brought him in already.
Yeah, so the plan is to get everything out of the truck and fill it with worm cultures, fish, wine, tanks, and water, right?
Whatever.
All right, no worm cultures.
Okay. I'll hitch a ride with Keith and he'll let me bring my worm cultures.
Kids don't have no room.
I'll bribe him.
That car will be packed full. You know,
We need tables too. We need to get tables or rent them.
we can rent them there.
Okay, you always yell at people. You're like, why would you rent them when you can just buy them?
Because this goes to the club, so I don't feel bad about renting tables. And they're like $5 or $10 or something like that. I don't know. It's something crazy cheap. Look, for every table I put in the thing, in the truck,
It's a lot less worm cultures I can bring.
that's 1 less gallon of water or something.
It's one less worm culture. Actually, it's a lot less worm cultures. Let's not take the tables.
Okay.
Let's rent tables and chairs.
Let's rent tables and chairs.
But we're making I think we're doing 3 tables though. 2 and then 1. Like a little walk-in thing. Depends on where we're at though, because if we're in the middle, that's going to be a little. But,
Yeah, I mean, the truck will be full, but we'll have at some point this summer, we'll have more tables because we do an outside show. Well, if they're doing it,
Danbury.
if they do the Danbury outside one, we'll
Or just any, really.
need tables for that.
Because there's one that's in Fulton. It's 3 hours away, and it's completely free. They do it twice a year. It's completely free, but you have to bring your own tables. So
Somebody was going to do that last year at the Clash. They needed more tables. They were going to run down and get some and then take them back afterwards.
oh yeah, because Lowe's or Home Depot is right there.
Right.
So
Danbury isn't. Yeah, it's the Danbury swap though.
so it's in
They do it.
Carmel.
It's in Carmel, New York. Yes, as in Connecticut, but the Danbury swap they do in Carmel,
New York. That's where I'm doing my talk this year
Yep, that's where
on
she's
beta
doing it.
fish.
Beta.
Wish me luck.
Beta.
I don't know
fish.
anything about them. Don't laugh. It's true.
Yeah, their meetings are there too. It's kind of cool.
It's about a 3.5 hour drive for us. But
It's right near the Connecticut border because I know.
check out Luigi's.
From the hotel room that we stayed in,
It was 18 minutes to
Texas Roadhouse
Texas Roadhouse
in Connecticut.
in Danbury, Connecticut.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it was quite the drive, but
it's actually 3 hours for us to get there.
and we made that trip twice because we went down because I had my live food talk. They had a hotel for us. We stayed the night because the talk was at 7 p.m. So there was driving home. You get home at 10 or 11. But you drive there 3 hours. We got there at 11 because that's when the hotel was open. And then we played in the pool. We went and had dinner, and then I went and did my talk. We stayed the night and we left early the next morning. They actually had breakfast, which was nice.
Yep.
But we left and we went home the next day. And then the week after, we went to camp. But the week after that, so 2 weeks later, we went back for the outdoor swap that they were doing. And it was pretty hot, actually.
it was. But
It was worth it.
yeah, that's 3 hours away for us. 3 hours down there. And then
Well, the Clash is
6 hours.
6-ish hours. The drive there was kind of more straight because I think we left at 5 in the morning, and we first stopped at Stewart's, and then we just kind of drove. Most of the time, we stopped a couple different places. We stopped at this truck stop that was supposed to be a diner, and we got phone chargers and stuff.
No food.
No food, but we stopped at a couple different places, But on the way back, we stopped at a lot more places. I think it was, I don't know how many places we stopped at, but I know there was like a Burger King at one of them. And a Dunkin' Donuts had another one because the Dunkin' Donuts was the first stop because we got boxes of donuts. We started eating them. But we stopped at a lot more places on the way back, which kind of made it not as long. Well, it made it longer actually, but it didn't make it feel as long because you're not in the car as long. You go and then you stop.
I don't mind stopping. I don't mind getting there, but I don't mind stopping and just getting out, even just walking around the car once in a while.
Walk in circles around the car.
I don't care.
When I went to Carmel the first time for my talk on live foods, we had the dog, and he actually did really good in the hotel. So, but we stopped him. We like walked him around this place, but it was like a little rest stop. It was a small little like thing off the side of the road, and there was this like stone wall on the edge, and then it was grass, and the dog couldn't jump over the wall. Like he tried and then he fell. It was sad, but he's okay. He's just old and sometimes annoying, but there was a lot of trash there actually. It was in Fishkill, New York. There was a ton of trash. But yeah. We didn't have to stop for gas as much on the way to. Actually, it was like not long after my mom got her car, and it has great mileage. So, are they in here yet? Okay, figured.
Depth unknown.
So she had just got her new car, and it has great gas mileage. What is it, like 30 gallons to a mile? 30 miles to a gallon?
27 or something like that.
27, yeah, something like that. So it gets pretty good gas mileage. So we didn't have to stop a lot. I think we filled it up like full at Stewart's. That's our first stop. Like whenever. We went to, when we left for my talk, I think we left 9 in the morning, 8 in the morning, I think. We stopped there. When we left for the clash at 5 in the morning, we stopped there. We left for the other Danbury thing at 6. We stopped there. It's so great. I love it. It's a nice little stop because there's nobody there.
That's why I like leaving early, especially like long drive like the Clash. Just get rid of the.
Don't kick that.
I'm straightening it. Some of the traffic, and you stop at the store and no one's really there.
For the Clash, though, at the last day, we left at like noonish, I think. We probably left at around noon because there was the auction. Checkout was at 11. Yeah, because check-in's at 3, but we got in early. Checkout was at 11. And we didn't have the dog, so it was great. We could just throw our stuff in the car, check out, and we could go to the auction. But since we had a long drive, we left early anyways. We were just there for the rice fish that I wanted, which I was bidding on the wrong thing at first. Because somebody told me that they were... I was one of the runners for a little while till I didn't want to do it anymore. And he was like, it's the rice fish. It's the rice fish. So then I started bidding, and there was this dude right next to me who was like bidding against me. And then somebody told me, it wasn't my mother, because I know she was saying it, but I didn't hear her. Somebody was like, it's not the rice fish. I was like, oh man. Good thing the dude like wanted to go up to like a lot, because I would have been sad.
Would have ended up with fish, we didn't
know
what the hell it was. Exotics. Hello.
Exotics. Hello. I'm happy we're vending this year, though. I mean, it does kind of like tie you down in a sense, because like last time we went to the Clash, we went to Wimpy and D's the first day. I think it was Friday. The other days we just pretty much ate McDonald's and stuff. So this one we'll have to go. We're going on Thursday. We're getting there on Thursday morning, I think.
Well, it's a good thing this guy did, Alishon, because I told her it wasn't the fish she wanted. I thought it was, so I told her it was. So she started bidding against the guy, and it got so high, she's like, let him have it.
And then
and it ended up not being the fish that she wanted. They came up a little while later.
I was so happy. I was like, oh my goodness.
I had my numbers wrong for what the thing was. I thought I heard it. But I was standing all the way in the back by the door.
Yep. Yeah, I think, are we leaving on Thursday morning?
I agree. Let the kids, if they want them,
waste their money.
We're leaving Thursday
morning.
I hope so.
Okay, that's what I thought too.
I hope early Thursday morning.
5 o'clock.
Dr. Awesome.
Amazon Research Center, welcome. But yeah, so we're leaving Thursday. We're going to get there so we can go out for dinner on Thursday evening, but the other days we'll have to. I mean, we just can't go sit down in a restaurant because we'll be vending, but somebody could run out and get some food.
We can mix things up. I'll stay. You guys can go eat or whatever.
Or we could just go grab food, like a Burger King or something.
And I might just nibble on stuff through the day.
A bag of fish.
Bag of fish.
Cardboard box.
Walk around eating goldfish all day.
But yeah. Because we could always, 2 people could always go, or 3 people could go out and grab food from somewhere. Burger King, Taco Bell, I don't know. I don't know what they have. I know there's a McDonald's.
I don't know. Gotta try those wings. Keith said they were good.
Okay.
Right down the corner by the light.
Oh.
He said that place had good wings, so.
We'll go there. You know, when we were looking for a place to eat there, my mother wanted somewhere that was fairly close. I was hoping there was a Texas Roadhouse close because that place is awesome. But if there was a Texas Roadhouse on the way there, we could always get takeout or what is it? Yeah, I think it's you go and you pick up your food. I don't know if that's with every Texas Roadhouse, but that's with our Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse is bussin'. It's great. Do you agree?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, okay, that sounded enthusiastic.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I really like it.
That's cool, Allison. I like that.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't think I can go 3 years without Wendy's.
Wendy's is good.
I like Wendy's.
Last time we had Wendy's, it was really good.
Lakewood Zoo. My Fish Tanks Aquatics.
My Fish Tanks Aquatics, welcome. We've never had, can't speak for everybody. I've never had Burger King. I had Taco Bell once. We had McDonald's a lot, though.
I'm not a real Taco Bell fan, but I do.
It's tacos.
Yeah, it's tacos. I'd rather have them at home. Better.
I like those Dorito shells. I'll just eat the Dorito shells. It'll be an air taco. I'll just eat the Dorito shell. You gotta hide those if you want them. Ever since our neighbors at camp brought up a box of those because we had tacos together one night, I was like, these things, they're amazing. So we got some from Walmart. Well, actually, I was hoping that Loser Market or something sold them, but they didn't.
Any Select Bet? Well, I mean, I think they're closing it down kind of early. And so, I mean, the restaurant, I think, is still open at the hotel. We could eat there. I'm sure we can find something that's open and go eat.
McDonald's.
I mean,
we had that for breakfast, and also we had it at the award ceremony.
Even though it's Pennsylvania, it's not in the middle of nowhere. It's there's a lot of stuff around.
Yep. We talked about the Keystone Clash.
You know what? The price of McDonald's is crazy now. We've said it a long time ago. We went there and spent $40 on McDonald's, and we could have went up the road and got Jacob and Tony's famous subs for
We just did that.
about the
What?
same amount of money. And
It
then-
was Sunday, and we got we got McDonald's, and we said like for $10 more, we could have Texas Roadhouse.
right. So it's the prices are kind of crazy.
Texas Roadhouse is where it's at. It is. Texas Roadhouse and Five Guys, like,
I do like Five Guys.
and you like Texas Roadhouse, so be quiet.
I like what? Oh
Texas Roadhouse. I'd go there any day. Actually, we're going on Friday. I think we're going up to down to Saratoga, to see Christopher, Spa City Critters, because I'm getting some leaves, some isopods, and some springtails from him, and maybe some roaches. Not sure yet. And I'm pretty sure there's a Five Guys in Saratoga. I mean, we could go out for dinner.
I agree, Tank. They never Taco Bell. I don't know. That's not real meat. There's no way it can be. And I'd rather make my own.
The only
taco.
time I had Taco Bell, I think I had like a Baja Blast or something. And that was because I was with my friend Ezzy's mom. Actually, I was with Ezzy and her mom and my sister. Because when we did the spelling bee,
It's not Mexican. It's not even real food. It's not even real meat. No way.
when we did the spelling bee, it's a 3-day long play. So the first night, my parents took me and my sister, and they actually watched it too. The second day, I think Amber dropped me off. Pretty sure Amber dropped me off. And she picked us up after the show, and we spent the night at Ezzy's house. And then she took us the next day for the final thing.
And your mother didn't ask him about roaches.
He's got roaches. I know he does. Because I don't know if I want roaches or not. There's some lady who's interested in some stuff I have, and she wanted to trade because she has 40-gallon totes of dubia roaches. And she, apparently she has a site where she sells 10,000 dubia roaches in a pack. She sells the smallest one. It's like 250, 500, 1,000, and 10,000. And she has extra small, small, medium, large, and then she has males and females. She also sells thousands of mealworms at a time and thousands of superworms. I strive to be her. I want 10,000 dubia roaches. I know he does too. Yeah. My mother's listening to this right now. I know she is. She didn't even want me to have any roaches.
I don't think we're talking about the same ones. Orchid praying mantis.
That's cool. What's your dream insect?
I don't have
Me.
I don't have a dream insect. I don't have a dream anything.
Liar. You have a dream house.
I do.
Everybody has a dream house with a wraparound porch and some sliding glass doors and some ramp to get. I helped him years ago when our washer quit. I think it was still full of water and he was trying to get up the stairs and I was helping him because he had the hand cart. Same with the water heater. But I helped him get the washer out. And he was like, if you ever have a house and you design it, make sure you have a ramp so you don't have to
Do this.
do this. And a wraparound porch. A garage would be nice. John Lindblade has a nice garage. His garage is nicer than his house. It looks nicer than his house.
I think that's actually true. But the garage is no.
Cool thing is the trailer out there kind of matches our house. It's a similar color. It's a blue. Our house is sort of blue. Say it's green, I don't even care.
Okay.
It's blue. It's like
She's colorblind.
this color blue.
It's not her fault.
I tried to play I Spy last night, and he couldn't, like, I said I spy something yellow, and he guessed a tote lid, a frog belly.
I asked if it was an animal and if it was the color red. And you wouldn't answer me.
No. Because it was a tennis ball, and tennis balls are yellow. And he tries to say tennis balls are green, because they're not.
3G,
3G, hello?
Ricky Doyles.
Ricky DOLs. So, animal rescue wise, we have the cats that are out there right now are, hold on, don't even yell at me for this. Charlie, Remy,
They're not out there anymore.
hold on. Charlie, Remy, Bravo, Oreo, Angel, Simba, or no, Nala, Stripes, Midnight, George, Nemu, probably. I call her Norma. Heckles, Jekylls, Mittens, and Boots. Charlie and Remy went to their home today. They're in our house now. Apparently we adopted them. So now we have 6 cats to ourselves. And we have Maya and her 4 babies out in the living room. Bravo's going home. Oreo doesn't have a home. Angel has a home. Nala is getting fixed and recovering in our house and then going to her home. Simba was actually adopted. Stripes doesn't have a home. George and Nemu, Norma, are going home Saturday. And Heckles, Jekylls, Mittens, and Boots don't have a home. So we'll have 6 cats out there. That's good. We got a ton of donations recently. Because we, ran out of adult cat food and litter and stuff. And a lot of people sent donations. The official color of a tennis ball is optic yellow.
Well, my optics say it's green.
What color's your shirt? Say it's green! Don't even say it's green!
The tag says it's green.
No, it doesn't.
It's safety green.
It's not. It's safety yellow. Look at that shirt over there. It's the same color. This is green. You're colorblind.
Kitten season will be full again.
You're not supposed to talk. So on Saturday, we went shopping because my sister went to her friend's house for 2 days. I think she left on Saturday and came back Monday.
We went on Sunday.
I said we went on Sunday.
You said Saturday.
I said, so we went shopping on Sunday.
We went shopping on Saturday because my sister was...
This is green. You're colorblind.
Kitten season will be.
You're not supposed to talk. So on Saturday.
Oops. Just proved myself wrong. God damn.
That's funny. I have to check my messages. Oh. So on Sunday, we went shopping because on Saturday into Monday morning, my sister was at Ezzy's house. So on Sunday, we went to Walmart and I got some different types of flour for a soil that I made. And then we went to Home Depot, Lowe's, and I got 80 pounds of hardwood pellets and 3 bags of 15-quart bags of organic potting soil. So there was 3 different kinds that I was debating on. And I wanted to get the Miracle Grow organic one. But then I decided to get the one that, I think it's called Back to Roots. And it's got worm castings and stuff in it. So I got 3 bags of that. I've used 1 bag. I have to open another bag. I use that. Only a little part of it though. And I made flake soil on Sunday. We didn't stream because we were out shopping. Worm
I didn't
shopping.
make it back in time.
But I put 20 pounds of the hardwood pellets into a tote. And I had to soak them until they swelled and crumbled. And they smelled terrible. Then I had to throw in like flour and yeast and stuff. I spilt the yeast all over the counter because I mixed it with hot water and sugar, and then it like bubbled really big. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a bigger bigger bowl next time.
Yep. While you're mixing the wood pellets, it swelled up too fast.
It was all over the counter.
I thought you were maybe gonna go show your dirt.
Great news! I haven't killed the worms yet. That is great news.
That is good news.
I'm glad. Okay, hopefully the internet's good.
I don't know if she can let herself up. They don't seem to like my food offerings. I'm assuming since she didn't post the link, she should be able to, though. Yep. Wow, I don't even have to do anything anymore when you use your phone.
Hi.
I like that.
You like what?
That I didn't have to click anything.
Oh.
I tried fish flakes, tropical granulars, cucumbers, green beans so far. QC said they don't like his food offerings.
Food offerings. Depths unknown. I think he's talking about white worms. I could be wrong. So this is the leaves I collected. This is a 28-gallon tote. This is half of them. The other half are on the desk.
Yes, the white worms.
So this is my rack so far. I have some different, like that's a Walter worm culture. This one's micro worm, and then banana worm. Those are just small cultures. And grindle worm. And these are some that have to go out. So this one's somebody off of Get Gills that wanted them a long time ago, but I didn't have them ready. So that's grindle. That's a start. This is what I was talking about. So since I have so many orders currently, I portioned out like the starter cultures into these smaller containers, so I can just dump them into a bag and ship them off. So then instead of taking like 8 starter cultures out of my worms on Sunday, then I have them all ready to go. These are white worms. That was for a raffle winner. And then these are white worms as well. I have some vinegar eels. These are some extra containers. Here, let me show some worms.
He said the Walter worms are doing fantastic.
So there's some. This is a smaller culture, so it doesn't have as many right now, because I did actually take some out. So I have 2 brindle worms. And then since last Wednesday I said I was going to show these. These are some isopods I got. These are the gastroi. There's probably about 30 of them in here. So most white worms, they stay at cooler temperatures, like 62-ish. But the white worms I have, they stay room temperature. And they breed and stuff at room temperature too. They don't just like sit there at room temperature. Trying to find a good patch of worms to show.
But a lot of them were on the floor at one point because it was
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah, I used to have the regular, like, cold white worms, I guess you could call them, or regular white worms. But, I mean, I'd love to get back into them. But that was, like, the first time I'd ever dealt with white worms, so. So these are 2 cultures I'm going to make into white worm cultures. And then this is some dirt I made. So I got the potting soil I got was actually like frozen because it was in the outdoor section of Lowe's. So I had to wait for it to thaw out. But this has got like a mix of everything. It's for isopods. It's got like eggshells for calcium, calcium carbonate, aragonite sands, sphagnum moss, rotting wood, peat moss and stuff. So got a bunch of stuff that the isopods need. I made a ton of it, so I've been like, I posted some of it for sale on my band and the Facebook page. So for those of you that don't know, we have a Facebook page now. We just made it recently. So these are more of the isopods that I have. These are powder oranges, I think. Yeah, these definitely are the powder oranges. There's a little tiny baby in there. There's actually quite a lot of babies. They reproduce very quickly. Oh, look, there's a dubia roach.
See you later, Daniel. Thanks for hanging out, and
Nothing's
happy
scary.
birthday to the little one.
Bye, Daniel. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. So those are the powder oranges. Hold on. Bear with me. Brown tail, welcome. These are the dairy cows. They're super cool. They like higher humidity. I had to make a label for them. So, yeah, let me set the phone down real quick. I'm going to set it on this fish tank.
You can almost see the fish. Hi,
So-
Crown Tail.
So, yeah, I have about, I think like 4 totes of the soil. And then those are my cultures and the isopods. Some extra totes, scuds, tubifex worms. This was the potting soil I used for the isopods. It's thawed out now, but
It was a frozen block. Bray, can you show the difference in size with the adult?
Yeah, 1 second. So what I originally was looking at, it was like an orange label, and that was for like outdoor. And then this one's indoor outdoor. But this one, the only difference that like made me buy it was it said with earthworm castings. The other one said with something else. Okay, so white worms, and I'll just take this one. But we can look in one of these ones. These ones were freshly set up today, so who knows if they'll be.
Yep. I don't know if she can always see chat, so it's just with the camera, it's hard on the phone.
Okay. So the white worms I have are room temperature, which they don't affect the size or anything. It's just most white worms are kept at like 62-ish, but these ones can be kept at room temp. Here, let me put it in the fish tank. Maybe you'll see it better. Hold on. I'll put it in my fish tank.
Huh?
I'll put it in my fish tank.
I was gonna say you put in that 40 gallon, it'll be gone before it even touches the water.
So they're like almost the size of black worms, pretty much. And they're great for cory cats, betas, pretty much whatever.
Are the white worms bigger than Grindle?
Yes. They're a little bit bigger than the Grindles, and I'll show the Grindles right now. So this one's a bit of a smaller culture. They're a bit skinnier. I don't know if you can really see that. But the Grindles are smaller and skinnier than the white worms. But they're both really great for pretty much all fish. White worms you can feed to a little bit more fish than you can the Grindles. But they don't reproduce as fast as microworms and stuff do. Here, maybe I can show them on the side. There's that little worm right there. That's a Grindle worm. Hopefully you can see that. Right there. But the Waltz worms, banana worms, vinegar eels, microworms, things like that, you can set up, if you get a big starter culture, you can have it set up within like a day. The Grindle worms and white worms, they do take a little bit longer, but they are like perfect for having as live foods. They're definitely the top two I'd recommend, because Grindle worms and white worms you can really feed to any fish, big or small. So they're really great. So
how long do starters take to mature and harvest?
Grindles will take, well, if you're asking about, Grindles, they'll take probably a couple weeks to get like really going perfectly, probably only a week or two. White worms, they'll take a little bit longer. Some people, like, depending on what you're feeding them, it could take a couple months to get like hundreds and hundreds. But probably within a month or two, the white worms would be a good producing culture. The Grindle worms would be a couple weeks. Microworms, Waltz worms, banana worms, and vinegar eels should only be a couple days. When I set up my new cultures, normally they're crawling on the sides within a couple days because I do put a lot in new cultures. But yeah, like this is a Walter worm. It's all ready to go. This one's been up a little longer because I was supposed to ship it out last week, but the person had a vacation, so I postponed it, and I'm actually not going to ship it out because I poked holes in the lid. And just like with the white worms and Grindle worms, I'll poke holes in the lid because the dirt doesn't get out or anything. But with the oatmeal, sometimes it'll get out, so I just leave like a plain lid. and then whoever receives it can poke holes in it with like a push pin or something. But I'm gonna head back upstairs. How long do you wait before splitting white or grindle worms? Well, if you're talking about like reculturing, then just reculture every month or two. But if you want to make more cultures, like how I took this culture and made this one, and I took this one to make that one, then I just wait a couple weeks after you get it, and then if there's like, hold on. So if you look at this culture, I'll try to be quick here. Gotta find the worms. So if you look in there, I know I didn't find a good spot, but still, if you look in there and you see a bunch of worms, then I just like take not even half, just like a good clump of worms out and set it into the new culture, and then it'll be good. That goes for grindle worms and white worms. For these ones, the Waltz worms, banana worms, vinegar eels, I just wait like, this one's been a little bit longer, but honestly, a couple days, if you see worms crawling up the side, and if you look at the surface of them, well, I like to shine in a light, but you can't really see it, I guess. I'll try to be quick. I think Bob Kaler's going at 6, so.
Yep.
You can look at the surface. I know you can't really see it, but if you get a glare on it, you'll see the worms moving. And then I just take a spoonful or two out and put it into the new culture. And for the containers, for the micro worms, I'll use the taller ones. And so they can crawl up the side. But for grindle worms, I'd use these ones. For white worms, you can use these ones, or you can just use pretty much any larger tote. Like, I actually sell them now in these 6-quart totes. I have like 2 of them going out next week. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off and go upstairs.
Yep. Yeah, I think they had 2 different ones. She's got a couple different sizes. I don't know which size they were. What size were the cups?
32-ounce deli cups. Okay. 32-ounce deli cups for micro worms, Waltz worms, banana worms. And 16-ounce for grindle worms. I'd do bigger for white worms. Totes are nice. Small totes are nice. Vinegar eels, you can use really anything. Like a wine bottle, any like glass jar. Can be plastic too. But Bob Kaler's live, so we're gonna head over there. If anybody has any questions, email me or message Facebook page or the band or whatever. But Bob Kaler's live, so we're gonna leave.
And Silver Creek is still rolling too, so.
Have a good week, everybody.
Yep.
See you Sunday.
Yep. Catch us all
Sunday.
Have a good week.
Bye, everyone.
Enjoy.